Good evening, New Vision family and friends. Thanks for being here with me tonight. I just want to share, first of all, just a couple of updates on what's happening here at New Vision Church and what's happening here in El Paso. Of course, you're well aware of what's happening in our world, what's happening in your city or in your home. And it's a very trying time, of course. We here in El Paso, they're bringing us more restrictions. They're really locking us down. Parks are closed now. Even going outside is limited, and so we're becoming more confined. As we become more confined, it's becoming more difficult for us. And so New Vision is trying some new things. We have just developed this week, for your benefit, especially for those of you who have children, we developed what we're calling New Vision Kids at Home. And we've developed, my wife and I both being teachers, we developed a Google Classroom for New Vision Kids. And in that Google Classroom, there are worship videos for your kids, complete with various movements, interpretive dance, if you will. There are Bible videos and lessons, activities you can download and print, and there are even graphic Bible novels, I guess, or comic books. So there are lots of things. I encourage you, if you'd like to be a part of that, if you would like for your kids to participate in that, if you'd like to have access to those resources, then you can, by all means, email us at newvisionchurch@yahoo.com. And again, that's very easy, newvisionchurch@yahoo.com. And we'll be glad to set you up so you can join that online class for your kids and have access to all of those resources, so that your kids can continue to learn about Jesus and worship Jesus at home. And you can participate and you can go through the lessons with them. There's a parent's guide there. There's everything you need. And we've even set it up for the next few Sundays or the next few weeks going through Palm Sunday, Good Friday, and Resurrection Sunday on Easter, which is coming up very soon. So check that out, please. Again, email us if you'd like access to that at newvisionchurch@yahoo.com. A second thing that I want to tell you about is New Vision Worship at Home. In anticipation of tighter restrictions, my worship leader Julio and I decided this week that we would bring a worship service to you from our living room, from my living room, from my home to yours, from Pastor Ron and Rosie's living room to your home. And so from right here, we hope that it's intimate. We hope that you find it to be enjoyable and something that you can engage in and participate in and enjoy as you are led into the presence of God in song, in prayer, in fellowship with others, as others watch, in fellowship with others there in your living room, and of course as we interact with the Word and the Spirit of God. And so that's our hope. And so I encourage you to tune in on Sunday morning. It's 10 o'clock Mountain Time on our Facebook page. That is www.facebook.com/New Vision Church EP. And again, that's facebook.com/New Vision Church EP. And so check that out. We're updating that often. And hope to see you there on Sunday morning as we bring you a worship service from my home to yours, and I look forward to that very much. And so, and with that, I want to bring you a short word tonight that's going to lead into our time together on Sunday morning as we get into the Word. And if you tuned in last week, you heard me speak of suffering, and you heard me speak of the glory that we as Christians or that those in Christ have to look forward to, and how looking forward to what we cannot see now instead of focusing on what we can see right now can really help us get through the trying times that we're in. And we're going to take that a little deeper this week. And the question we're going to pose, or the question that I'm going to seek with God's help in the Word, we're going to seek to answer is, what if our pain is providential? That's a hard question. What if our pain is providential? In other words, does God have a purpose in our pain? Does God have a reason for it? In all of God's sovereignty, is there a reason why we suffer? Or is there something beyond our suffering? And so we're going to look at that. And to lead into that, I'm going to read for you a passage from the book of Matthew in chapter 20. And this is just before this coming Sunday is Palm Sunday, the triumphal entry when Jesus enters Jerusalem and enters into a week of passion before Good Friday, the cross, and then Resurrection Sunday. And this is just probably days before Jesus and his disciples would enter into Jerusalem. And it says this: this is chapter 20, verse 17. And as Jesus was going up to Jerusalem, he took the 12 disciples aside, and on the way he said to them, "See, we are going up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man will be delivered over to the chief priests and the scribes, and they will condemn him to death and deliver him over to the Gentiles to be mocked and flogged and crucified, and he will be raised up on the third day." I read this passage earlier today, and what stuck with me was the fact that he was going. They were going. He was going to Jerusalem. And he says, he knows that he's going to be condemned. He's going to be mocked. He's going to be flogged. He's going to be crucified. He knew what lay ahead of him in Jerusalem, yet he was going. He wasn't running away. He wasn't shying away. We generally like to shy away from pain. We like to run away from suffering. That does not sit well with us. But Jesus was going to Jerusalem, knowing full well what lay ahead of him. You see, Jesus was going to suffer well for others. He was going to suffer well for you and for me. He was going. That just really stuck to me in a very profound way. He was going. And so what I want to get at tonight and to lead us into Sunday is that when we put our faith, we put our trust, when we love the one who suffered on our behalf, he helps us in our suffering. You see, so many believe that as Christians we shouldn't suffer, or that God shouldn't allow us to suffer. But the fact is, we live in a broken and fallen world. And we live where we experience grief and all kinds of trials and all kinds of pain. But when we're in Christ, when we're in the one who suffered for us, our pain is providential. There is a sovereign one who is over our suffering, and so our pain has purpose. And so when we think of that, we can suffer well. Because we have this hope that not only that there is glory to come, as we saw last week, but that there's purpose in our pain in the present, today. And we're going to learn, and we're going to seek to find out and what that purpose is. Is this pain in the providence of God? And is there purpose in it? Is there a point to it? And where's it going? It does my heart well to know, to believe, to have this hope that anything I suffer in this present age, in this time, it's meaningful. I just can't imagine what it is to believe or to think that my pain and that my suffering is, that my grief, that my uncertainty is meaningless. And so when we're in Christ, we find that not only life has meaning, but even our pain has meaning, it has purpose. And so I hope you'll tune in on Sunday morning as we go a little deeper into this and see what God has to say to us once more from that glorious chapter in the Bible, what I think is probably the crowning jewel of the Bible, Romans chapter 8. So God bless you all. Have a good night. Please tune in. Please tune in on Sunday morning at 10 Mountain Time. New Vision Church. Facebook.com/New Vision Church EP. And again, if you're interested in having access to our Google Classroom so your kids can access New Vision Kids at home and have all those resources, please don't forget to email us at newvisionchurch@yahoo.com and just send us a note requesting that, and we'll make sure we respond to you with the invitation so you can access that classroom. But God bless you all, and you have a great night, and stay safe, stay well, stay healthy, and keep looking up. God bless.